Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Clockwork Cantina, episode 134. We are doing this live on a Tuesday, October 11th,
On a
because
Tuesday.
because shit just keeps happening. We didn't have a show last week because I had construction, and guess what? We had construction yesterday too. That was like, hey, you can't do your podcast today, so that's why we didn't do shows last week, and we're doing it today instead on the 11th instead of Monday the 10th, which is when we usually
10th,
do shows.
yeah.
So I am one of your hosts
All good.
of the Clockwork Cantina, Josh 902, and this is the other host of the show.
I'm DT3. What's going on, everybody? Hello again. We're back
I
after a
hope
couple
you're
weeks,
all
but yeah.
doing well. We wanted to make sure we did a show this week because by God, if we didn't, we were gonna have like 3 weeks worth of news, and we don't want that. We'll just fucking be here all day. So we're doing a show today. No construction right now. They were across the street a few hours ago though, and they pulled a big ass fucking backhoe right on the other side of that wall right there, DT. Right on the other side of my wall that I'm looking at. But
Nice.
they're not
Nice.
doing anything right now. I think they've actually left. So let's hope they're gone for the day, and it can be just you and me in chat. Makes three as we
Hey.
go through and knock off some of this news and what we've been up to, because we've been up to a lot, because we got 2 weeks of what we've been up to the past week. So DT3, what have you been up to the past 2 weeks?
Um quite a bit, man. I mean, it's a lot of the usual stuff, but as we're in the month of October, we've started to watch some scary movies, spooky movies, you know. And yeah, we've gotten to watch a few of them. I still want to watch more, but been doing that. Been keeping up with all the new shows, new games coming out, and all that. But been continuing to play Fortnite. I reached level 100 on the battle pass finally, so that's good. Now it's the rest of it will just be getting the bonus rewards. But yeah, I got Spider Gwen and all that, so it's good stuff.
Hell yeah.
I've been continuing to read comics because of the 1 month subscription that I got for Marvel Unlimited. So I've been continuing to read stuff on that. I'm reading like so far. I actually haven't even touched any like Marvel like comics. I've been like on Star Wars stuff still. And I've been reading like canon, non-canon stuff, like stuff that I read like years ago and I wanted to revisit because I just haven't in
Mm-hmm.
a long time. And the other stuff that had been wanting to get to that I hadn't until now, and some of it is not as good as I would have liked for it to be. But it is what it is. It can't all be great. And then there's just other stuff that like for example, I read they have these like Age of Republic, Resistance, Rebellion comics, right? Which basically is like they take certain characters from the prequels and the originals and the sequels and they make like a one shot issue of
Mm-hmm.
right? And they did one. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are like, oh, here's you know this character like before the movie, and like this is what they were doing before. And then they do some where I'm like, this is some dumbass shit. Like they did one for Ray where it like takes place like during the ending of the Force Awakens, like while they like after the whole destruction of Starkiller Base, and they're supposed to go find Luke because they have the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somehow in this comic, they find the time to go on a detour before they go find Luke after leaving the car. I'm like, how, dude? They had no time.
No.
What are you saying? What do you mean? How do you have time to go somewhere else before you go find Luke? We saw the movie. We know what happened. How are you gonna tell me they have a little mini adventure before they go find Luke? That is some stupid shit right there, bro. But anyway, so some of it, and then like they did like I don't know. I don't want to go too much off on it because some of the stuff I read is so stupid. But there are other stuff that I have enjoyed. Like
Mm-hmm.
they did a Phasma comic that kind of explains her fast backstory. I mean, how underused and underutilized she was in those movies, and then there's been other stuff like non-canon stuff. Like there was I don't know who those of you who are familiar with the bounty hunter Zam Wessel, but she was the bounty hunter in episode 2 in Attack of the Clones, the one with Jango, the one that Obi-Wan and Anakin chase down. There's a non-canon comic for her that is awesome that I read, and it's fucking cool. And like her relationship with Django reminds me of what we have nowadays in canon with Fennec and Boba. Like
Hmm.
that's what they are and that's what they were, you know. So I just, you know, Zam Wessel needs to get some love like Fennec because she hasn't she hasn't shown up in as much stuff as Fennec, but man, they got that kind of, you know, relationship going on, and it's cool, man. But anyway, I've been reading a lot of comics, so been loving that, and some of it not so much. What else? Rogue Company, been playing that. Elden Ring, oh man, getting closer to the end. I can feel we're getting closer to the end here. I hope, I wish that by the end of this week I'll be done by it, but you never know because shit always comes up with that. Uh Andor, watch been keeping up with that. I'm excited for the new episode. She-Hulk, been keeping up with those episodes, and man, the last episode, whoo, yeah, I can't wait till we talk about that She-Hulk because man, some good stuff with that, bro. Uh I played this game called Isles of Ethereum. It was a key that was given to me by the you know person working on the game. Um, it's kind of fun, but it needs a lot of work. Um, the w- I think it has a lot of potential, but it's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
But what I did have from it, I did like, but they just the dude who's working on it because I think it's a one man team. He just needs to, you know, uh, he just needs to keep working on it. But it was fun for what it was. What else? Phasmo. I played so I did a co-stream of Phasmophobia with another streamer friend, Pixie Zutnik. Her and I were playing Phasmo, and I shit you not, after we finished playing that, I uninstalled that game. That game is hard as shit now, dude. That game is so hard. We were playing on like we started on intermediate because we hadn't played in a long time. So I'm like, oh, this should be fine. Nope. We switched to amateur. Surely this has to be okay. Nope. That game is tough now, man. I nah, I was like, nah, dude. I uninstalled Phasmo. I'm like, this game has changed too much, bro. And like they did a huge change. Like the way you buy items now and the main like lobby room and everything is so much so different. I suck at that game now, dude. It's so tough now. But anyway, and then like I said, we've been watching movies. So we watched Halloween Kills. That movie, man. My God, that movie. I don't want to say too much because I'm sure Josh. I want Josh to speak on this movie, and I'll let him do it when it gets to his turn because we both watched this movie. I didn't like this movie. But that being said, we do have later in the notes for the movie news. We have the trailer to the last movie, and we're gonna be watching that today, and I'm very curious, like what's going on with that because this last movie sucks so much, dude. I thought it was crap, dude, like big crap. But anyway, we watched Scream 5 also. I thought it was fine, you know, a Scream movie like any other. If you like Scream, you're gonna like this one. You know, it's just one of those movies that you know what you're gonna get yourself into. Like it's you know, it's nothing new, nothing groundbreaking or anything. It's a Scream movie. We watched Dog Soldiers, which I'd never seen. This is a movie that Josh had been wanting some of us to watch for a long time. I finally watched it. I enjoyed it. I didn't know what the hell to expect because I'm like, Dog Soldiers, what the hell does that mean? But let me tell you, there are dogs and there are soldiers. So this movie ain't lying to you. Uh, but no, it was a fun movie. I did enjoy it. The Rings of Power. I have not seen the latest episode, but I watched episode 6, so I need to catch up on the Rings of Power. House of the Dragon. Man, that show continues to be so good. And also, round of applause for Mr. Paddy Considine because that man, dude, I his character, bro, fantastic. He killed it. That man, give that man an Emmy. Like he earned it. Uh, what else? Well, we watched The Fly. I've already seen it, but some of us rewatched The Fly. That movie, I like that movie with Jeff Goldblum, 1986, the remake. Good stuff. Uh, what wa- watch this other movie called Bodies, 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 which it's it's definitely a more modern horror movie. It's very, for lack of a better term, very Gen Z. It's a very Zoomer horror movie. And I don't know if I want to go more into it than that, but just they do have a little twist in it and whatnot. But like, it's I don't know. I did not like it, but I didn't love it. It's just like it's a movie, you know. But anyway, uh, and then lastly, um, Overwatch 2 came out, and I know for the longest time I hadn't been doing anything Blizzard related or anything like that, and like I still kind of was like debating like whether or not I wanted to try this out because you know how strongly we feel about that and how we've and Josh as well has talked about it and everything, but I don't know. I felt like eventually I was gonna give it a shot anyway, and because of how much I loved Overwatch 1, and like I had uninstalled the Blizzard launcher and Overwatch and everything for like for more than a year. I hadn't played that game or any Blizzard anything. So, but I don't know. I'm hopeful that now under new leadership and everything, they start to change and all that. But yeah, the new game came out and I wanted to try it out. There was other friends that were playing it, so I was like, all right, well, I'll give it a shot. But yeah. So anyway, that's kind of been pretty much what I've been up to. So take it away, Mr. Josh.
All right, here's what I've been up to indoors. I've been staying up to date on Andor. Not gonna say a lot on it because we'll do a show on it.
Yes, sir.
Obviously. Same for She-Hulk. Watched and caught up on She-Hulk, so I'm good there. Not gonna say much on it because we're gonna do a show about it. Halloween Kills fucking stinks! It sucks! It's so bad! I don't know how
There
to
it
explain
is.
this to you guys. It's so terrible. It's literally like they sideline all the main characters, give you all the doofy second characters, kill them all off. It's a terrible movie. I would say don't watch it, except, you know, you might want to watch it a little bit if you want to watch the third one. But be prepared for that movie to fucking suck, because it does. Anyway, Halloween Kills fucking
Yeah,
stinks.
that movie was. I just quickly to add on to it. It's crazy to me the drop of quality from the 2018
Yes.
Halloween to this one. I could not believe it. I was like, wow. I even questioned like if the same people were working on it because apparently they did, but what had happened was like the main writer for the first movie didn't come back, which explains a lot. But but like man, that is nuts.
It just
It's
wasn't good.
crazy how bad.
It felt like a really bad D&D one shot that's just filler. With like, we follow all these secondary characters, we don't follow any of the main characters really. I mean, they're there, but they're not really doing a whole lot. And then it's just all filler. That whole movie is a gigantic filler with nothing. Nothing really advances the plot. It's just like, we need to get to this third movie. How are we gonna get there? Movie to me, and I just didn't like it. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was a bad movie. The dialogue stinks. None of it makes any sense. Evil dies tonight was said 22 fucking times in this movie, and it's become a meme, and we hate it. And I'm moving on. I'm done with Halloween Kills.
It's okay. Evil dies tonight, Josh. All right.
Which says a lot, by the way, about the Because listen, I love the old school. I'm gonna keep going. I guess I'm not moving on yet. The old school Halloween movies, I love all of them, even the bad sequels. I love them. There's still something to have fun with there. But with Halloween Kills, I just didn't have any fun. I just thought it was bad, and I found that way since you were talking about bodies a minute ago. I had this thought where it's like, I don't like a lot of modern horror movies, to be honest. They just don't get me like the old school classics, like the original Halloween and its sequels, fucking Friday the 13th and its sequels, Nightmare on Elm Street and its sequels. I was just sitting there because I was looking at this stuff last night because I watched Popcorn in Bed react to Nightmare on Elm Street for the first time, and I was like, man, nothing grabs me modern horror. Like the old school stuff grabs me in what I consider classic horror movies, I guess. Or even like the real black and white classics, like the original Wolfman and Frankenstein and all that shit. All that stuff grabs me. Creature from the Black Lagoon, like all that stuff grabs me. Modern stuff does not grab me that much, which is going to be really interesting to talk about that when we get to the second half of the show with Werewolf by Night. All right, moving on from that stuff. And my thing with modern horror, classic horror. Division 2, I've been playing a lot of that. I've hit the end game, which kind of just like you go through the main story and you beat it and you're max level, and then everything you hit max level and everything kind of resets, but not really resets. What happens is like this event happens, all those story missions get invaded by this group called the Black Tusk. I guess they're like a mercenary kind of group that comes in, and you redo those missions, except they're a little different with new enemies and stuff like that. It wasn't enough for me to be like, man, I'm just beating the game again. It's not like that to me. So I'm looking forward to playing more of that. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Dice stuff is ongoing. I've been selling. I've made some glow in the dark stuff and stuff like that for the past weeks. Yeah. Although right now I haven't made anything in quite a few days, just because we're moving the workshop, because I was able to keep a building the gas company didn't tear down. So it has been renovated, and my workshop's moving to a different place. So that's what's going on there. Weight loss update is not a lot to say about it. I'm just looking over at my screen. I have lost. I think I lost a pound this week. It was a pound and like 2 ounces, and then like last week, I lost another pound, which is about normal after like the dramatic weight loss that happens at the start of like trying to lose weight. Like, remember, I was losing like 5 pounds a week there for a hot minute. You can't maintain that forever. Your body just won't do that. I don't think so. We're back to what is normal, which is like you'll lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. But that's good news, because I'm still maintaining and I'm still losing, so that's great. Slowly gearing up for the Star Wars RPG. That's right, guys. We're going to be playing tabletop Star Wars again. DT's going to be in it, and we have some of our other friends.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we're probably not going to stream it. We might stream it. I don't know. I haven't talked that over with anybody. I just don't know if we want to do that. I don't think we're going to, though, to be honest. But we will talk about as when we start playing and stuff. I'm sure we'll talk about it on the show too at some point. It's because we're going to use the Fantasy Flight System again. God, I feel like I'm losing my voice, which is not good. So yeah, you just slowly gearing up for that. Scream 5, I had a good time with it. I didn't think it was anything to write home about, but it's, it's Scream. It makes fun of all the tropes and stuff, and it's enjoyable enough. Rings of Power, I've caught up on that. House of the Dragon, watching that, caught up on that. Much like DT, I have also gotten into the comics. Except I haven't done any of the Star Wars stuff yet. I'm messing with some of the Marvel stuff, and it's not like I'm just like grabbing at random. It's always what I'm reading is the stuff people say, hey, if you're gonna get into this, you should read this. So I read Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, the Frank Miller comic. Nice. Which kind of retells Daredevil's origin story a little bit. Was a fantastic comic, enjoyed it a lot. And then I also read the Welcome Back, Frank, which is a Punisher comic, which kind of tells kind of like the Punisher's coming back to town. I know there's definitely some bits that they take from that for the Thomas Jane Punisher. Wow, I am really losing my voice, Daniel. You might have to take over and start talking. But yeah, I read the Welcome Back, Frank comic. I enjoyed it a lot. I wasn't crazy over the art in it, but for the most part, it's enjoyable. Werewolf by Night, which we're going to talk about in the second half of the show. Dog Soldiers, I always have fun with that movie. I like the designs of the monsters. And The Fly, 1986. So we watched that. I'd seen it before, but it had been a very long time since I'd seen it. Helped me with some weight loss, because goddamn, that movie is disgusting.
Sure is.
Allow me to drink some of my Wakanda Forever labeled soda pop that I'm not gonna give the name of, I guess, on here, but because they don't
Oh
pay me.
man.
But it is the Wakanda Forever label on it. It looks cool. See, look, kinda Wakanda Forever. I can't. Oh, this way.
Wakanda. I see it. Yeah, look at that. Black
Yeah,
Panther. That's cool.
it's a cool little label. When I saw that, I was like, oh, I want to show that on stream, but I also don't want to advertise what I'm drinking because they don't pay me money to do that.
Mhm.
So, um, yeah, DT, if you want to take it over and,
Let's do
and
it.
lead us into the news, let's hit it. We got a lot to get through today.
Let's do it. All right. So first things first. Been a couple weeks, so we're gonna have some of this news might be old by now, but so we haven't talked about it on here, so we're gonna talk about it. First thing is the Skull and Bones release date has been updated. They put out a little post talking about them moving the release date to March 9th, 2023. Uh, and they say, we're very eager for you to all to get your hands on Skull and Bones and dive in headfirst in the dangerous and exciting world of building your own pirate empire. To give you the best possible experience, we decided to take a little more time to make sure we can deliver exactly that. For the most eager of you, we are also happy to announce that we will hold an open beta of the game in the near future. We'll share more news on how you can sign up to register soon to keep your spy glasses trained on social media for news and announcements. So another game, another delay. I forget even when this game was supposed to come out originally, but I guess it was sometime this year. But it don't matter anymore because it's coming out next year.
Yeah, Skull and Bones has had so
Uh,
many delays. This isn't even that weird, to be
yeah,
honest. Like yeah.
yeah. So I'm not worried about it. It's been, yeah. I mean, this game was announced forever ago, and it still isn't out. So whatever, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, moving on from that, we have some Steam sale dates for autumn, winter, and spring revealed by Valve. So the autumn sale is going to begin November 22nd through 29th. The winter sale will be December 22nd to January 5th. And then finally, the spring sale will be March 16th to 23rd. So the spring sale will be new in 2023, according to Valve, and it will replace the Lunar New Year's sale on its calendar. It was added in order to make its seasonal sales more evenly spaced, or seasonal sales more evenly spaced out. So we'll have the spring, autumn, or spring, summer, autumn, winter sales, right? So you have like one during each, right? So
Mm-hmm.
makes more sense that way. And yeah, it's cool. So get ready, man. If you guys are looking forward to get some Steam games, those are the dates for the next big sale. So prepare yourselves. Uh Next up is some sad news, I'm sure, for the five people on the planet that need to hear this, but
Straight up.
Google Stadia is shutting down for good. Stadia ends in January. Google officially announced that it's shutting down its ambitious gaming streaming project, Stadia. Phil Harrison, the vice president of general manager of Stadia, said in the blog post, the announcement comes less than 3 years after the cloud gaming console launched. It'll be shut down in January 2023. He also said that players who bought Stadia hardware and games will get a refund for their purchases. Uh, we're grateful to the dedicated Stadia players that have been with us from the start, Harrison said. We'll be refunding all Stadia hardware purchases made through the Google Store and all game and add-on content purchases made through the Stadia Store. Players will continue to have access to their games library and play through January 18th, 2023, so they can complete final play sessions. We expect to have the majority of refunds completed by mid-January 2023. We have more details for players on this process on our help center. He also added that the cloud streaming technology that powered Stadia could power other Google products, and that Google remains deeply committed to gaming. We see clear opportunities to apply this technology across other parts of Google, like YouTube, Play, and our augmented reality efforts. as well as make it available to our industry partners, which aligns with where we are where we see the future of gaming headed. We remain deeply committed to gaming, and we will continue to invest in new tools, technologies, and platforms that power the success of developers, industry partners, cloud customers, and creators. I'm not surprised by this at all. At all. Um, yeah, I mean, come on. Cloud
Yeah,
gaming to begin with was just I don't
we
I
just
don't
don't
like
have
it.
the internet speeds for it anyway. Like even if you want to, there's too many data caps on our internet right now, and our speeds are just not fiber's not everywhere. And that was like the biggest things that holds like cloud gaming back, really, for the most part. It's really cool that they're giving refunds to everybody that bought in. Like at least you're gonna get your money back. You didn't really lose anything. Uh,
Yeah.
other than time. And I know some people really like the Stadia controller, so you'll you still have your controller, I guess. That if you really like it, you'll get to use it. Um,
Yeah.
it was a cool experiment. You're not really losing anything, I don't guess. And it seemed unless you're like a game developer that was working on something for Stadia, you kind of lost something. So you got to figure out where you're gonna put your game at now because it ain't gonna be there, I guess. Because I
Yeah.
did read some of that was happening to some game devs, which does suck. But yeah, I'm not surprised by it either. Like Google made Stadia, Google threw Stadia kind of out there, and then Google abandoned Stadia. So it obviously it was gonna die. Like, not a lot to say on that. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, that's yeah, not much more to add on to that. It's just, you know, they were on I feel limited time.
yes, sir.
Moving on to the next thing, Horizon Zero Dawn remake slash remaster and Horizon multiplayer game reportedly in development. A remake of or a remaster, so we don't even know which one. One of these is it's gonna be one of them. Of 2017's Horizon Zero Dawn is reportedly in the works, alongside a new Horizon multiplayer game. This news comes by way of MP1, MP First, which reports its sources tell the publication that this remake slash remaster will feature an improved lighting system, overhauled textures, better animations, and character models more in line with those of Horizon Forbidden West, Zero Dawn sequel that released back in February. However, they didn't say if it was built from the ground up, remake, or remaster, and it might fall somewhere in between the two, as far as we know. Uh, the big one of the project's big focuses is bringing Forbidden West accessibility features over to Zero Dawn, something Sony did with The Last of Us Part 2 and Part 1. As far as gameplay changes go, the publication says the sources say those will be mostly quality of life improvements. It also says it's unclear if this remake slash remaster will be at the scale of The Last of Us Part 1 or something lesser. Only time will tell. Um, so what I what I think of this news is everything that they're saying, like wanting to make the first game closer to the second one and all that is fine, whatever. Uh, I'm mainly more looking forward to the multiplayer Horizon game because that seems more interesting to me. Because I don't understand why we need to be remaking games that are less than 5 years old or 10 years old. That's what I don't understand. Like, yes, like again, I get that you want to make your first game closer to the second game. Sure, whatever. But wait more time. That game 2017?
Et
27 that,
that's code for we want more money. We want you to buy the same thing again, just like The Last of Us 5 million times or Skyrim for 5 billion times.
I
You know,
know, but fuck, man.
it's like, man,
I love the first game, but bro, that game hasn't even been out for 10 years, dude. So
I
2017 was
know,
what? How many years ago was that? Like 5 years ago? Like, come on, man. That is that is insanity. I Like
I don't
I
get it
get what you're
either.
saying, but man,
No,
I just think we should be focusing on,
I
if you're
agree.
gonna remake or remaster games, do games that are like PS1, PS2, even PS3 era
Where's
games.
my
You know what I mean?
Siphon filter? God damn it! You know, like
Like like
where's my?
why are we remaking slash remastering games that are like last gen, or even or you know what I mean? Like, come on, dude.
I don't really like it either, especially for things that are more modern. And I'm not pooping on it. I'm not pooping on the franchise, and I know DT's not either. But I just want to make that clear for everybody. Where it's like
No.
we might seem like we're bitching about it, but that's only because it's like it's not even that old. It's like, and my thing is like, come up with some new ideas if you like. I don't understand like the constant need to remake, remaster, and that goes not just in the gaming industry, but in the movie industry and television industries. Like we're not gonna have any new ideas. We're gonna take an old idea, change it just a tiny bit, slap a new coat of paint on it, and throw it out the front door for you. It's a
And sell
little
it to you again. Yeah.
disappointing. It's like we've done this dance. Give me a new dance, or I'm gonna find a new partner, kind of deal.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Because again, I love the Horizon games, or I mean the first one at least. I haven't played the second one, but it's an interesting, world and everything that they've built. But I'm just like, so that's why I'm looking forward to the multiplayer game. Like that could be fun. That could be really cool. But I just like The Last of Us Part One and now this, like games that are like less than 10 years old are getting remade, and it's just like, how, dude? Why? Like again, I understand why, or no, I see the reasoning as to why is what I meant to say.
Hmm.
But I just feel like even with that, like I just like, do we really need that? Like really? Like I just don't, like we don't. Like I don't know. I'd rather see remakes and remasters of older games, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, whatever. Again, my takeaway from this is the Horizon multiplayer game is definitely what I'm curious about. So
Hmm.
we shall see what they end up doing with that, I
Oh,
suppose.
DT, I hear construction equipment. No, it's fine. We're gonna keep going anyway. I'll just mute the microphone.
We have a new look in an official gameplay trailer at that's the Dead Space remake. Speaking of remakes, so if you want to check that out, I haven't seen this yet. We want to check this out here. Uh, it's 2 minutes 25 seconds. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll
I am
press
ready.
play. 3, 2, 1, go.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call.
Isaac Clarke.
What have you got, Isaac?
Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the trams.
Can you handle it alone?
Fix the centrifuge. Get the fuel running.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help.
Space, the final frontier.
That is a lot of nasty ass creatures, man.
Humanity will be made whole, Mr. Clarke. With or without you.
Isaac, it's me. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening.
Nicole?
Evil dies tonight and humanity ends here. 2023. I mean, that looks cool. I never played any of the Dead Space games originally when they came out. So I think this will be one of the ones that I'm gonna be checking out. Probably not right when it comes out, but I eventually I will, because much like the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which was fantastic. I missed out on these games, so I wanna I wanna grab the new updated nice version and play it. So
Mm-hmm.
fun.
I played a smidge of the first one a little bit a couple years ago on stream, because there's a clip of me screaming at it somewhere that plays occasionally when DT shouts me out on his stream. But I never completed it. I never got very far in it. I might check this one out.
Oh yeah.
All right. What do we got next, DT?
Next up, we have some CD Project Red news. They had a lot of news recently, and we got some new game announcements. So let's talk about that, shall we? So CD Projekt Red has announced a new Cyberpunk game, multiple Witcher games, and new IP. Yes, a new IP. So for Cyberpunk, they're calling it Project Orion, which will take the Cyberpunk franchise further and continue harnessing the potential of this dark future. Uh, no other information other than that. I imagine maybe a sequel or something. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, with The Witcher, uh, they announced the game earlier this year. It's being developed under the codename Polaris. The studio says it's the beginning of a new saga that aims to release 2 more Witcher games after Polaris, creating a new AAA RPG Witcher trilogy. Following that reveal, CDPR also announced another full-fledged Witcher game under the codename presumably Canis Majoris. It will be developed by an external studio headed by experienced developers who have worked on CDPR's Witcher games in the past, according to the announcement. And it's already known as well that Molasses Flood is working on a game in the Witcher universe. They released some additional details on the project, calling it codename Cyrus, or Sirius rather, is a codename for the game developed by Molasses Flood, set in the Witcher universe and created with support from CDPR. It will differ from our past productions, offering multiplayer gameplay on top of single-player experience, including a campaign with quests and a story. And to close out their new games announcement, CDPR announced Project Hadar, a third entirely distinct IP created from scratch. This project is in the earliest stages of creative process, according to the studio, which means it is not actually developing any of the game just yet. For now, CDPR is working exclusively on the foundation for this new setting, and all those new games and projects for CDPR announced today. They're quite busy, Josh. So what do you out of all of this, um what's the most interesting or exciting thing that they're doing?
The most exciting for me will be the new Witcher trilogy. I really hope we get to make our own Witcher, and I hope that's what that Witcher trilogy is. I really hope that's what it is. It may not be. It may be another one of those. We're following a certain character through the story, but I really hope we get to make our own. I think it's interesting that we are getting a Cyberpunk. I'm just gonna call it a sequel because I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna end up being, a Cyberpunk sequel. They've worked really hard on 2077 and fixed a lot of problems that people had with it. I'm personally waiting for the next cop update because I know they're reworking the police system in Cyberpunk before I go back to it and finish it. So I find that really interesting. The other stuff is cool. A new IP is cool. A lot of this is most of it, pretty much all of it, really. It's like there's no details really. It's like we get
Yeah.
like a code name and we're working on it. Code name and we're working on it. Code name we're working on it. Code name we're working on it. I think it makes sense that they're doing these announcements now because we just had the big Cyberpunk Netflix thing that was a big hit that I haven't gotten to watch yet.
I've heard great things about. I need to watch it too because there's so much to watch, man. I haven't had time to watch that, and I really wanted to watch that. So
I want to watch it as well.
Yeah.
So I imagine this is them kind of capitalizing on that a bit. So that's cool. All this stuff is cool. But you won't really know what to think till we get more details. So yeah.
Is there? Yeah, I'm very curious about what the new IP is gonna be. But yeah, I mean, it could be anything. We don't know. Like, like they could make. Imagine them making a Western like IP, or I don't know, fucking. It could be anything, dude. I have no idea. So yeah, can't really get too excited about that without knowing what it is. Could be a steampunk thing. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I'm excited for the Cyberpunk potential sequel. I really like Cyberpunk 2077. Played it when it came out all the way through. Loved it. I want to check out Edge Runners. The Witcher, the new Witcher trilogy is interesting. Really, we're curious what they're gonna do with that. The other Witcher game that is coming out, made by some other people, also they say it's gonna have multiplayer in it and a story. I don't know, man. I mean, they clearly have a plan about where the future of the Witcher is going, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's like Josh said, is just we don't have a whole lot to go off of, so it's kind of hard to get too excited by any of this. But it's kind of it is exciting though. That's like, oh man, they're working on a bunch of new stuff that hopefully gets to make it. We get to see eventually. So yeah, cool. Uh, we have some trailers for Gotham Knights though. If you want to check these out real quick, we have a gameplay launch trailer and a cinematic launch trailer. So watch the gameplay one first, and then the cinematic. So when you're ready, Josh, let me know, and
I'm ready.
We'll get going on this. All right. So this is the official gameplay launch trailer. 3, 2, 1, go.
Bruce was Gotham. He was a friend, a mentor, a protector.
You've always had my back when I needed you. I know you'll keep Gotham safe.
With the ongoing spree of homicides and kidnappings across the city, police are now urging citizens to remain indoors.
Let's knock some heads.
They're always watching, always listening.
The Court of Owls has sentenced you
The
to
Court of Owls.
Nothing can stop what's
It's
coming.
Mr. Freeze.
Freeze, Harley. What else we got? Clayface.
Yeah.
He always said people needed something to believe in.
Let's finish what Bruce started.
October 21st. That is, I forgot how soon this game was coming out, but it makes sense. That is not this Friday coming up, but next Friday. All right.
All right. Yep.
And they got some of the classic suits in this as well. Very
Yeah, there's
good
like a
stuff.
fuckload of suits in this game.
Yeah. All right, so that was that. We have a cinematic, so let's check that one out as well. You ready, Josh?
Let me get it up. Slow. Oh my god, the tractor's so loud. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, a goal.
Sidekick. Inadequate.
Damn. Robin whooping ass, man.
Replaceable.
Oh, Batgirl.
Stubborn. Unreliable. In over your head. Untrustworthy.
Ooh.
Uncontrolled. A monster. Pretender.
All right, Nightwing, you're up.
A pale imitation. A wise crack.
Man, you can really feel the hits on this, huh? I'm like, ouch.
Is that all you see when you see yourselves?
Alfred.
Because I see more. Master Bruce saw more. He saw greatness. He saw potential. He saw the future of Gotham. Remember, everything he was is within you. And everything he could never be is why you'll be so much more.
And there's the chord. Yep.
It's your time now.
I don't know about you, but I thought that was I was pretty badass.
That's a dope. That's a pretty dope trailer. I always love cinematic trailers.
Trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, that
Fucking
trailer
throwing
was
hands and shit.
fucking awesome. I really like that trailer. That trailer was great.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Dope. Very, very cool. Yeah, I don't know. I do want to play that, man. I do want to. I didn't realize it was. Well, I forgot it was coming out so soon. I should say. So I don't know if I'll be playing it that soon, but man, I do want to play it.
I do too.
We have a couple things here. We have another launch trailer. This one's for Modern Warfare 2. Minute 15. Little one we can check out here real quick.
I am ready when you're ready.
Ready? Let's go ahead and play. 3, 2, 1, go.
Are we at war?
We don't know his name.
October 28th.
Money, weapons, intel. He's planning something.
Sergeant McTavish, welcome to the City of Souls.
Yeah, soap.
There are few here to uphold the law, and many of those who resist corruption disappear.
Terrorism is good for business. As long as there is a war on terror, there will be no real war on drugs. We've got bigger problems.
We're not 141 and lost for Keros. We're a team.
I want to know how many they have and where they intend to use them.
Y'all got a clear picture?
All set.
These things take planning and preparation.
These things take violence and timing. I can do both. Go, Johnny! Get out of there!
You're the commander of a foreign terror organization.
I can say the same to you.
Digitally pre-order Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and play the
All right.
campaign up to a week
A
early.
little trailer.
Yep. Not bad. So I played the beta for this, and I had a fucking blast playing it. So this is another game that I'm very interested in. That's coming out also very soon. Too much stuff coming out soon, man. There's too much to do, man. There's too many games to play.
It is. That's why I'm making so
It's a
many
lot.
dice to sell, bro, so I could afford all this shit.
I feel you on that, man. Yeah, there's so much shit coming out. But yeah, that looks cool. Again, I played the beta, I had a fucking blast with it. So yeah, I would like to play that. And lastly, we have a gameplay showcase for Blade for Marvel's Midnight Suns. So let's check this out. This is another 5-minute video.
We've watched some of these in the past. They're always fun.
We have, yeah. So let's check it out. 3, 2, 1, a go.
Well, it's October already. I know, shocking. I couldn't think of a better month, though, to cover this Marvel's Midnight Suns superhero. As always, this video is brought to you by Marvel in 2K. Now, going back a ways, in 1998, I personally was unknowingly introduced to the world of superhero movies with this superhero at the helm. One of the original Midnight Suns, the Daywalker himself. Marvel's Midnight Suns lead producer Garth DeAngelis' favorite on the roster. I'm very excited to present to you Mr. Eric Brooks, aka Blade.
We invented stealth.
As a Dampier, half human, half vampire, Blade's playstyle is pretty much what you would expect, but not without a few twists and turns here. He definitely falls into the all I want to do is hit stuff camp, but as you'd imagine, he's applying a lot of bleed on top of that. Especially effective against high health enemies, Bleed is going to see enemies taking damage every turn. He also has a nice complement of chaining abilities that will apply bleed liberally across the enemy squad.
Boom.
And on top of that, once enemies are bleeding, he has a few abilities that will deal increased damage. So let's get into it. First up, we're going to take a look at Make 'em Bleed. Aptly titled, this will be your main way of getting bleed added to your other card attacks. Make 'em Bleed is going to cause you to draw blade cards and then add bleed to your next 2 blade attacks, regardless of what was drawn. Considering the importance of bleed to a Dampier like Blade, card is absolutely essential to have in the deck. If you're lucky enough to have a big chain card in your hand after playing this, the Hydra are definitely going to fall pretty quickly. Now at level 1, you'll draw 1 blade card, and the next 2 blade attacks will apply 2 bleed. On upgrade, you'll draw 2 blade cards, and the next 3 blade attacks will apply 2 bleed. Share the love. Blade would love that. If you've seen any Blade quotes from videos about Marvel's Midnight Suns, you may notice that he's a bit more on the serious side. Mr. Brooks has a pretty thick shell, which is understandable based on his upbringing, but if you're willing to try and break through that rough exterior, you might just find a big softy inside.
I barely saw them as human.
But probably not. Either way, if you're able to build your friendship with Blade, you'll really get the blood flowing. And yes, I mean that literally. At his level 1 friendship passive, you're getting a 10% chance of applying bleed on any attacks he makes. Level 2 sees that jumping to 25%. Before you know it, you're fighting in a literal bloodbath just the way that Blade likes it. This is the time to embrace the darker side of the Marvel Universe, my friends. This is the time. So you've applied bleed around the battlefield en masse. What can you do with that now? Well, Blade's skill, called the Hunger, will apply 2 marked to every unit with bleed. Now, we haven't talked about the marked mechanic for quite a while, so just as a quick refresher, how it works is when you KO a marked enemy, you get that card play refunded. That's right. Blade's going to allow for a lot of free card plays. On upgrade, you'll also heal Blade for each enemy with bleed at the time of playing the Hunger, and a late game mod could also grant +1 heroism when redrawing the card. If you've been paying attention to previous videos, you know what's coming next. That's right, big bad Blade heroics. Let's go. I dropped the name of this card earlier. It's called Daywalker. Powerful on its own as a chain 4 card. Raw damage output is very high, but Daywalker is especially effective when played after Make 'em Bleed, because true to the name, you'll in fact make 'em bleed everywhere. On upgrade, Daywalker also lets you draw a card for each target in the chain that you KO. Now let's finish up with Blade's Golden Midnight Suns heroic ability. I hope you invited all the Hydra you know to this party, because Blade would like to have a word with them. At a cost of 4 heroism, which isn't cheap, Blade will cast Glaive to target an AoE, applying huge damage, and applying 2 bleed to every enemy in the AoE. It's insanely powerful, so it rightfully carries the exhaust mechanic, but just in case you didn't think it was strong enough, you can upgrade it to level 2, and at that point, you'll get a 100% damage increase if the units you're targeting already have bleed. Bye-bye, bleeding baddies. Blade's blade isn't just bark. Wrote that myself. So, as you probably guessed, Blade is going to fit best with squads that can buff him up to share the love on his chain attacks. When you get a chance to see all of his cards, you'll notice a clear lack of knockback cards, so he's going to rely on other superheroes to reposition enemies for him. We're continuing to close in on December 2nd, and I'm just as excited as you are to get my hands on this game. Thank you so much for watching this series, you guys. Thanks to Marvel and 2K for working with me on these videos. Make sure that you're subscribed to both Marvel's Midnight Suns channel and my own. Check out the description below this video for all the important links. We're going to see you very soon, so hit that bell icon to be notified of the next video. Take care.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
That was Blade in Marvel's Midnight Suns.
I'm so excited for that. It is such a Josh game that it is ridiculous.
He's gonna be dealing all the damage, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah, that's
All right.
that's the gaming news we got today, man.
All right, let's move on over to the television news, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. What do we got first?
First up for the TV news, we have some casting news for the Avatar: The Last Airbender series. They casted like 20 people to the show.
That's a lot.
Yep. First of which is Amber Midthunder, has been, as we know from Prey, has been cast as Princess Yue, the spiritual leader of the Northern Water Tribe. Have A. Martinez from Cowboy Bebop and Ambulance as Paku, the veteran warbending master of the Northern Water Tribe. Irene Bedard, Pocahontas, the Stand, as Yagoda, an empathetic healer who serves as a role model for her tribe's female waterbenders. Joel Aulette, playing Han, a strong and skilled warrior and unwavering loyalty to his tribe. Nathaniel Arkin as Chief Arnuk, father to Princess Yue and the respected leader of their tribe. Migwan Fairbrother as Avatar Kuruk, previous Avatar with a haunted past. We have Utkarash Budkar and Arden Cho and Danny Pudi all playing Earth Kingdom characters. With Cho as June, a tough, persistent bounty hunter known for her ruthless efficiency. Ambukar playing King Bumi, the ancient and mercurial ruler of the Earth Kingdom city of Umashu, and Pudi as the mechanist and electric inventor and engineer who's doing his best to raise his son in a war-torn world. Also, we have Lucian River Kauhan as Teo, an idealistic, high-flying son of mechanist, and James C. as the cabbage merchant, a long-suffering vegetable vendor in Amashu.
My cabbages.
Yep, Cabbage Man. Joining the Fire Nation includes Momona Tamada as Tai Lee, an energetic and upbeat teen and one of the Princess Azula's best friends. Talia Tran as May, an unflappable and deadpan teen who, along with Tai Lee, is one of Princess Azula's closest allies. Rui Iskandar as Lieutenant G, the first officer of Prince Zuko's ship. Hiro Kanagawa as Fire Lord Sozin, ruthless and ambitious previous ruler of Fire Nation and grandfather of Fire Lord Ozai. C.S. Lee as Avatar Roku. Francois Chow as the Great Sage, venerated leader of the Fire Nation. and Guardian of Avatar Roku Shrine, and Ryan Ma as Lieutenant Dang, Commander Zhao's second in command. George Takei joins the spirit world, voicing Ko, an ancient predatory spirit. Randall Duke Kim, voice Wan Shi Tong, appears in the form of a giant owl and is known as the spirit of knowledge. So, all these cast members are joining the previously announced cast about before. Man, that was a lot of names, and I
It was a
apologize
lot.
for any mispronunciations that I said. It's a lot of names for a lot of things, a lot of roles. So, yeah. Next up, we have a Volume 3 trailer for Unsolved Mysteries. So let's check this out, Josh.
Alrighty.
You've seen the other ones, right? Volume 1 and 2, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, I have as well. So this let's see what we got here, man. 3, 2, 1, view.
There are things out there that we don't understand.
We're always looking for answers.
We've only begun to scratch the surface.
I want to know what happened to my daughter,
brother, my sister, our father.
What do you think you saw that night?
Humans are capable of very vile acts.
My bizarre dream got weirder.
I just miss him. I miss everything about him.
He disappeared without a trace.
His body had been found so far from our house.
What happened that day?
I knew it was a very serious situation.
He took the kids.
We have more questions than answers.
You got a 21-inch footprint.
Its eyes were a fiery orange.
It was terrifying. Someone was in the room waiting for him.
There are people out there that know the truth. I hope they come forward and talk to us.
You always want to try to obtain closure for the family.
We need justice.
First 3 episodes premiere on October 18th. There you go.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I always enjoy unsolved mysteries. Like, as a kid, there were very few things that would scare you more than the notes of that the opening theme to it. You know, like it was this and the X-Files would make your skin crawl. As a kid, you didn't appreciate that cases do get solved because of unsolved mysteries. Cases do not get forgotten because of unsolved mysteries. Like, yeah, I know in some of the previous seasons, like they've opened cases back up that was like, you know what, this wasn't right because of unsolved mysteries. So that's why I enjoy it so much. As an adult, I appreciate it a hell of a lot more. Plus, who doesn't like a good mystery?
Yeah, that's I wouldn't say it's a fun show, but it's just it's interesting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I've watched the previous other seasons and it's been good. So look forward to seeing I think it's interesting how they're not dropping it all at once. I think Netflix has decided to move away from the all at
Yeah.
once kind of thing. So they said the first 3 episodes are coming out and then the rest I think will be coming out over time. So yeah. What else do we have here? Oh, we have a trailer for season 4 of The Dragon Prince.
We do.
Go ahead and throw that one up.
Oh, he wants a high five. Yeah.
Let's check it out.
All right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
I've been dead for 2 whole days.
It's been 2 years, Dad. Over 2 years have passed.
Oh, damn.
The Dragon Queen is coming to Katalis, and she's bringing Zim. Why aren't you celebrating?
It'll never be the same.
Because of Rayla.
This'll always just be the anniversary of the day she left.
You still love her, don't you?
This spell will only bring you back for 30 days. Ervos can save you. We need to find him and free him.
This is all connected.
In darkness, gaze upon a fallen star.
I denied something that is undeniable. We all want peace and we all want love. But violence tests us. Because pain and loss feel so terrible inside. You want to hate. You want to hurt someone else. I just want to yell stop. So what do we do?
So much has happened since then. You look nice, Callum.
Come and get me, big guy.
November 3rd is when that's coming out.
Looking forward to that. I love the Dragon Prince. I have the tabletop book too. Oh, that looks good.
I don't remember what's going on with the show, dude. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember the story or anything, man.
That's fair. They take a long time between seasons.
I forgot, man. Even with that trailer, I'm so like, what? Huh? I don't remember the story. I'll
Yeah.
you know
I have to watch one of them
I'm-
recaps that they do.
Yeah, I'm fully caught up. I just don't remember, like
Yeah.
it's been so long, But anyway, we got some Dune: The Sisterhood news, which is the HBO Max series from Legendary. They've cast Emily Watson and Shirley Henderson to star in the show. So Emily Watson from Chernobyl and God's Creatures, and Shirley Henderson from Harry Potter and Stan and Ollie will lead the cast of HBO Max's Dune: The Sisterhood. The series, which is based on Frank Herbert's classic novel, is set 10,000 years before the ascension of Paul Atreides and follows the Harkonnen sisters, played by Watson and Henderson, as they combat forces that threaten the future of humankind and establish the fabled sect known as the Bene Gesserit. Watson and Henderson will portray Valia Harkonnen and Tula Harkonnen, respectively, formidable Harkonnen sisters who have risen to power in the Sisterhood, a secret organization of women who will go on to become the Bene Gesserit. Denis Villeneuve, who directed and co-wrote and produced the 2021 Dune film, is executive producing alongside John Spates, Scott Z. Burns, Matthew King, John Cameron, and Kate Collins, along with author Brian Herbert. The series is co-produced by HBO Max and Legendary Television. Diane Ademu John serves as creator, writer, and co-showrunner and executive producer. Alison Shapker serves as co-showrunner and executive producer. John Renk will direct the premiere episode and executive produce. So, yeah, I don't really know too much about this. Josh probably knows more about what's going on here. But I mean, all I can say is I enjoyed the Dune movie. So I mean, hey, if it gets more backstory on that, then I'll check this out. But
I actually have no clue what's going to happen in this.
Oh, do you not? Oh shit. Okay,
No,
well, never mind.
Because they've said it is fucking like 10,000 years before. Like, that's new territory for me, bruh.
Shit. Oh damn. I thought if any of the one of us would know you, but fuck. Okay, well then it's completely new then. All right. Interesting. Origins of the Bene Gesserit is what this is gonna be. So, all right. Well, hey, that's coming then. What's next? We have The Legend of Vox Machina has been renewed for season 3 at Amazon. It was made as a part of the show's New York Comic Con panel. It was renewed for a second season ahead of the series premiere, with season 2 set to debut in January. Amazon also released the first look at season 2, which can also be seen below if you want to look at that first look at season 2, Josh.
Yes, we can. They also have a trailer. I thought it'd be in this article. It is not. Let me see if I can find that for you too.
It should be on the same page there as the one on the bottom.
I see the clip. Is the trailer there too?
No, like if you click on the
Yeah, I got the clip.
Okay, if you click on the clip, it should Never mind. I thought it would be, but I don't know. I guess not.
It's cool. We can watch this clip.
Let's watch the clip. Season 2 first look, minute 26. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alarm bells. I suddenly feel overdressed. Is this part of the show?
I don't think so, buddy.
The call to arms! Everyone move! Are those dragons?
No, this is the right thing, Daniel. I'm thinking of something else.
Okay. There you go. New season coming in January 2023.
The other thing I was thinking of is they have a musical recap that fucking Scanlan sings, and I got my wires crossed. So recap season 1.
I did see that. Or I didn't see it, but I see that it's a thing. Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's coming out January. Season 3 has also been announced. We got one last thing here for the TV news, and it is for another first look, but this time at The Boys season 4, and we have new soups joining the show. We got Firecracker and Sister Sage. So, Vault International has 2 new hires to boast about. Firecracker and Sister Sage have made their epic debut in 2 first look photos from The Boys season 4. You'll see Susan Hayward suit up as Sister Sage and Valerie Curry rocking her Firecracker costume. The suits were designed by Laura Jean Shannon, the Boys costume designer who styled Jensen Ackles' fan favorite Soldier Boy look for season 3. Everything about these 2 characters will be kept under wraps until the season airs, said Amazon. Well, we don't know what they will be just yet. We do know that The Boys season 4 is currently in production in Toronto. So yeah, I think they look cool. I like the costumes. Costumes on this show have been pretty.
I think Sister Sage's looks cooler. I feel like Firecrackers looks like a surfer outfit. You know, like what I mean? Like that type of thing.
The blue. It's like was it blue camo or something? That was kind of weird. That was weird. But yeah, no, Sister Sage definitely looks cooler for sure.
She looks cool. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious because I don't know who these characters are, so I'm really curious what they're gonna do, what they're gonna be. But yeah, I love The Boys, man. It's one of my favorite shows on TV right now.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm very excited to see what they do for the next season.
I enjoy it.
That is all we got for The Boys, however. So, or at The Boys and the TV news, I should say. So, Josh, when you're ready, we can go ahead and move on over to the
Let's continue on.
movie news. All right. So, movie news time. First thing we got here is the sequel to Evil Dies Tonight. Halloween Ends, the final trailer. Let's check it out, Josh. I haven't seen any of the Halloween Ends trailers, obviously, because I hadn't seen Halloween Kills. We're just gonna go straight into the final trailer.
Let's check it out.
Because this movie's coming out soon as well. So let's check it out in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's been 4 years since Michael Myers vanished without a trace.
4 years.
Hello?
Doing a time jump?
I reckon so.
I was certain that I saw him watching me.
You pretend like you moved on, but you're actually just obsessed with death.
What are you gonna do when Michael comes back for you? Because he is coming.
But this time, something feels different. He's more dangerous.
Stick around.
He killed my
Stick
daughter.
around.
But tonight, I will kill him. Come and get me. Maybe the only
Halloween
way
Ends tonight.
if I die too.
It's coming to a close, Josh.
Now. You came here to kill me, so do it.
All right.
So wait, is this gonna? This said that said in theaters and streaming. It's gonna do both.
Seems like it, yeah.
Interesting.
I think this is gonna be on streaming because the other Peacock.
It says Peacock. Yeah.
Yeah. October 13th. So yeah, if you got Peacock, you can check it out without having to go to the theaters. Cool. You know what I miss? I miss last year when we could watch all the HBO movies on HBO Max without having to go to the theater, man. That was fun.
Mm.
But no, yeah, that I mean, just based off that trailer alone, that already looks better than the last movie because Laurie's actually fucking in it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Evil Dies Tonight.
I literally, I shit you not, after we watched this trailer, in the comments I wrote down Halloween Ends tonight. So yeah, anyway. Okay, we'll see. That looks better than the last movie, so I don't know. And it's all coming down to an ending, man. So that's at least that's what they're making it seem like this is gonna be it. I think like this is definitely gonna be it for Jamie Lee Curtis. Like I think after this she's done, right? Like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
I feel like you need to let these movies rest for a while. Like just stop. Like if Halloween is gonna end, then they really need to end it, I feel. But who knows? Maybe eventually they'll fucking make another one. Whatever. I think after this, you need to leave it alone for a while, man. But that's that. So if you're ready, we can move on to the next thing.
We can.
We have a date announcement for Deadpool 3. and it was on Ryan
Hey, everyone.
Reynolds' Twitter. Short little video. So if you want to check this out, Josh, we got 2 of them that were put out a day apart from each other. So we'll watch the first one first. So 3, 2, 1, play.
Everyone, we're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now. I've had to really search my soul on this one. His first appearance in the MCU obviously needs to feel special. We need to stay true to the character, find new depth, new motivation, new meaning. Every Deadpool needs to stand out and stand apart. It's been an incredible challenge that has forced me to reach down deep inside, and I have nothing. Yeah, just completely empty up here and terrifying. But we did have one idea. Hey, Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?
Yeah, sure, Ryan.
Look at that. Claws, Deadpool 3. Very nice.
Hell yeah.
Cool little announcement for the
Mhm.
date and to tell us that Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine. Obviously, the date is 9/6/24, so September 6th, 2024. Very cool, very exciting. We have another video, also on Ryan Reynolds' Twitter that was put out. So when you're ready, Josh.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
You have questions.
Yes. I had a lot of questions. I'm sure you had a lot of questions, but rest assured, we're going to answer them right now. Like, for example, how is Wolverine alive after Logan?
Logan takes place in 2029, totally separate thing. Logan died in Logan, not touching that. What actually happens in our film is
Having so much fun filming this
Thank you,
movie
Kevin Feige.
and
Love
being
you, Kevin Feige.
together and
Thank
doing
you,
it
MCU.
and like look at that, they've been homies for years, as you can see in these pictures here. So they've been having a blast doing this fucking movie, man. So good for them. I'm excited to see these two characters on screen together. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I hope
Yeah.
finally we get to see fucking Hugh Jackman wear the yellow fucking Wolverine suit. Please make it happen. We need it, dude. Come on. Make it happen, Kevin Feige. I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it
Lot of
is.
fun.
I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting.
I hope they somehow manage to get Spider-Man in this because that'd be awesome. But for now, I'm just glad that we got these two together.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, moving on from that, we have some other Marvel news. Marvel's Blade has lost its director Basim Tariq. Or Basim Tariq. So it was gearing up to begin shooting in November in Atlanta. But they had continued to shift their production schedule. Uh, and Bassam is no longer moving forward as director, but will remain as an executive producer. Uh, and of course, he had his own statement to put out, talking about how it was an honor to work with Marvel and all that, and getting the killer cast. But the production shift happened at least once before, if not twice. Sources say that the script has gone or undergone several rounds of rewrites. Uh, Boo Belle DeMayo, who has worked on shows such as Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, The Witcher, uh, it, uh, Blood Origin, and Moon Knight, is the current writer. And one source says the studio is already in search for a new director. Um, so they basically have a bunch of script issues. They don't know what the hell they want to do. I heard somewhere that uh um Mahershala Ali was very unhappy with the script.
What
I
I
don't know if
heard.
that's true or not,
I heard that
but
too.
that's what I heard. Yeah, that he was not a fan of the script, and yeah, they're basically what the news that had dropped today. In addition to this, is that they're dropping, they're shutting down production for this movie. Uh, there was, like I said, they were supposed to start shooting in November, but they're still looking for a director, and you can't really you can't really film without a director. Uh, but the crew members were notified yesterday that they're putting this movie on pause. Uh, they're hoping to restart production in early 2023. Uh, but yeah, they really want to get it right, so they're taking their time on finding the right people to go along with Mahershala and everybody else. So, um, yeah. In addition to this, however, we also have uh some Armor Wars news, Josh. Uh, that first, so the big thing is uh that they're switching Armor Wars from a show into a movie. So it was originally supposed to be on a series on Disney Plus, is now being redeveloped as a feature film. Yasir Lester, who is the writer, is still gonna be writer on this. So they're just gonna switch it from a show to a movie script. Uh, Obviously everybody else is still, planning to stay on as exactly what they were. But it's interesting that they're moving this from a show to a movie. I think it makes sense. I think because I remember before they announced this, I always figured this would be a movie anyway, instead of a show. But now that they're actually switching it, it makes a lot of sense. It was supposed to be a 6-episode event series, but now obviously they're making it into a movie. So again, to me, this makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I could see that.
Makes sense.
And
Yeah.
yeah, makes a lot of sense. And yeah, Majin, I think yeah, that's what they're doing. They're gonna have it be a theatrical release, I'd imagine. Yeah. But that's not the only change they're doing because, as we know, Josh, they had a bunch of date shifts today for things,
Yep.
which we're about to get into. So, uh, they shifted many things today. So, Blade has been moved from September 6th, 2024, back from. So it's taking Deadpool 3 slot back from November 3rd, 2023. Uh, Deadpool 3 is moving from we're moving to November 8th, 2024 from September 6th, 2024. Uh and Fantastic Four has been pushed back several months to February, so to Valentine's Day of 2025, uh, which is February 14th, obviously, from November 8th, 2024. So they're like taking each other's spots, and then Fantastic Four just getting pushed back to 2025. Avengers Secret Wars, the culmination of the multiverse saga, has been moved to May 1st, 2026, back from November 7th, 2025. Crossover event is still in search of its director, and its move means Marvel no longer has two Avengers films debuting just 6 months apart. The King Dynasty remains on the docket for its original May 2nd, 2025 date, however. So lots of changes there with Marvel and their projects. So yeah, lot of stuff. A lot of stuff changing.
Yeah, a lot of stuff gets shifted.
Yeah.
And most of it's not even really the big shifts, to be honest. It's just a few months, so not a whole lot.
I mean, like I said, some of the stuff is just taking each other's slots. Like you're moving here now, you're moving there. Like it's all good, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, if you want to stick to the Marvel news, Josh, we can.
Yeah,
We did have a Marvel Studios, Wakanda Forever. We had we had a trailer and some posters. So we'll watch the trailer first, or do you want to watch you want to see the posters?
We can do posters. Well, we should probably do the trailer first.
Okay, well we'll watch the trailer first, and then we'll check out the posters. So
just because the posters might, I don't know, give something away.
So I did react to this trailer. If you want to check out my initial first reaction to it, it's on my YouTube channel. Check that out. But here it is. The Black Panther Wakanda Forever official trailer. 3, 2, 1, go.
Only the most broken people can be great leaders.
His people did not call him general or king. They called him Kukul Khan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
We know what you whisper. They have lost their protector. Now is our time to strike. Show them who we are.
There it is. Another good trailer. Looking forward to checking this out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing fucking Namor in the Atlantean. That's what I'm fucking hype about. That's what I'm excited about. Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be really, really, it's gonna be an emotional movie as well.
Yeah, it
You know,
is.
obviously with not having Chadwick and also T'Challa, it's gonna be, uh uh that kind of movie. But I they're good they're honoring him through this, so it's gonna be good. So we have some posters. The first one we have is the main poster. Kind of cool. The mirrored look with Shuri, as we know, she's gonna be the Black Panther. And then we got Namor and the Atlanteans below. Very cool. I like the mirrored look going on. Um, then we have the 4DX one. which Also pretty dope.
Yeah, that one's pretty
Fucking,
great.
I even noticed M'Baku's like facial hair has got like some gray on it now. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's interesting. But yeah, cool poster. That's the 4DX one. We have the Screen X USA one. Uh, but this one's the most colorful one for sure. But I like it. Very, very nice. All I could think, you know what I see this. All I could think of is like, Josh, you need to make some dice with this color scheme right here. You throw some purple in it, throw some like magenta, gold, like you know, throw all these little bits and colors into all of it. Be kind of cool for like a little dice set.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, this is a nice colorful trailer. This is like showing off like some of the women of Wakanda and like Baku, probably like the main characters from Wakanda, probably, right? And then Namor Lumen in the back there, or the front rather, in the shadows. Uh, we got the Real D 3D poster, which this one is very blue, a little bit of orange on it. Also some purple. Blue, purple, orange seems to be the color scheme of this one. Uh, yeah, I like Namor in the background there. Uh, we got the Dolby one, Dolby poster, which is basically just Namor's like headpiece. Then you got like the main Wakandans in the front there in the shadows. So kind of the opposite of one of the other ones. And then finally we got the IMAX poster, which is very yellow, but green. So I find it interesting how like for all these posters, there's like kind of different color schemes to it.
Mm-hmm.
But they all work. I think it's just I like some of them better than others, but and they all are like slightly different. But yeah, I don't know. I mean I still think they all work in some way or another. But yeah, out of all of these jobs, which one do you like the most?
Probably the let me see the name of it. The I think it was the 4DX one. I like the 4DX one a lot. I also like
4DX.
the basic one as well, but I really
Normal
like
one.
the 4DX one.
Yeah, those are cool. Very cool for sure. But yeah, those are the posters for and the trailer for Wakanda Forever. Um, very cool. Very cool. Next up, we have some Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes news, which is the newest installment of the Planet of the Apes franchise. So we got some little bit of tidbits on it. A new saga begins. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, picking up many years after War for the Planet of the Apes, starts production next month and stars Owen Teague, Freya Allen, and Peter Macon. Directed by Wes Ball, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes arrives in 2024. And we got a little image here. Looks like we got You got dude riding a horse, and he's got like an eagle or some kind of bird there. Uh, with the civilization no longer really there, looking very post-apocalyptic. Um, and we have some casting news. We have 2 people so far that have been cast in this. First off, we have Jessica Jones actor Eka Deville Darville, I'm sorry, Eka Darville, uh, joining the cast of this show or this movie rather, not show. Jesus, I saw Jessica Jones when I read show. My bad.
Yeah, I
Uh,
got you.
he, yeah. So Eka Darville from Jessica Jones is joining the this movie, as well as uh Kevin Durand from The Strain will also be joining the cast. Uh, and it'll be like I said. So this movie will be a continuation of the previous trilogy that ended in 2017 with War for the Planet of the Apes. Uh, and yeah, it has a release date of 2024. Uh, this movie is being directed by Wes Ball, who was the Maze Runner filmmaker, which that doesn't really make me excited at all. But I also don't know what else he's done. So, and you know what I mean.
Mhm.
He's mostly well known for that, for the the Maze Runner. Jesus, I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, I'll be honest. For me, I prefer the OG Planet of the Apes movies more than the most recent trilogy. I I think I like the second movie of the most recent trilogy the most because this is gonna be a hot take for me, but I think that this most recent trilogy of Planet of the Apes is overrated. That's just my opinion. I think it's overhyped. I think the first movie is not that good. I think the third movie is fine, is decent, it's okay. The second one I think is the only true good one, in my opinion. But yeah, again, that's just that's your hot take for the day. I think that the most recent Apes trilogy is kind of overhyped and overrated, but that's my opinion. If you
Daniel
like those movies, good for
Daniel
you.
loves the Marky Mark one. That's like his favorite. You know.
Bro, I watched that one in the theater, dude.
I did
I'm
too.
shit you not.
I did too.
2001, baby. I went to go watch that one. I remember too, man.
I was a young
I, hey,
lad.
I remember liking that one at the time, but I mean, obviously going back to it now, you're like, eh.
Yeah. I liked it at the time too because I was a kid
Yeah.
and I don't know what a good movie is. I'm just see they're on there fighting. I didn't know who Marky Mark was. It was just this dude in this movie, right? So, yeah, I love the originals. You know, I've seen all the sequels, even the bad ones. I still love those original movies, man. I love them.
Yeah, so I definitely prefer those over the newer trilogy. But anyway, yeah, so interesting. They're doing a new more Apes movies. I'll have to see what direction they go with them. Cast seems pretty interesting so far. Yeah, any other last things to say about this new Apes movie before we move on?
Not really.
Okay. Well, here it is. We have the last bit of movie news for the day, and it is the official teaser trailer for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I have not seen this. I was saving this for now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're welcome, everybody. I did not react to it because I was saving it for this. So we're gonna check this out. I don't know if Josh has seen it or not, but I haven't.
I haven't seen it. I saved it for this.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Open the gates!
Oh shit! Look at that dripped out penguin.
Get him, boys. Oh. Shit.
That is but a taste of our fury. Do you yield? I do not.
Not the penguins. Leave them alone. Leave the penguins alone. Oh
Not
shit.
the penguin.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
Also, I totally forgot that Jack Black was voicing him until now. Uh-oh, let's see what Chris Pratt's Mario voice sounds like.
What is this place?
He sounds just like Chris Pratt. What?
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die!
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Toad Zangief.
That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Okay, so
It's my boy Luigi. Luigi time.
time.
Oh, yeah.
April
Yeah.
7th. Oh shit, that's a lot sooner than I thought it was coming out. Okay. I will say first things first. Animation looks fantastic. I think the
Straight up
animation
true.
looks really, really good. I
They
think
spent a buck on this.
that looks actually. So this movie does not look like the turd that I thought it was gonna be, but Chris Pratt sounds like Chris Pratt. What Mario voice? When people were talking about his Mario voice, he sounds like himself. What do you mean? What voice did he put on for this? What? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's kind of what I figured they were gonna do. There was no way he was gonna try to do an accent or anything like that. They just cast him to be him. Like you don't pay millions of dollars to somebody to change their voice and not be themselves, man. You know, not when there's somebody like Pratt. And it's the same for any time there's gonna be a cloaked hero or villain in the Marvel universe. You don't pay millions of dollars to not see that face. You know. I thought it looked the visuals alone make it look fun.
Yeah,
my boy
I mean,
Luigi.
like I said, it looks great. It looks great. It looks really
looking
good.
cool.
So.
I have no complaints really about it. It's what I expected with the voice. Oh yeah.
I didn't know what to expect with the voice, but I mean, for it to just be his normal voice, I'm like, okay, well. I feel like people made a big deal out of it for no reason, even before we heard it, and now it's just like, oh, it's just his normal voice. Okay.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think the animation looks really good. And yeah, I'll be checking it out for sure. Jack Black as Bowser. Sounds good. I forget who voices Toad, but I mean, it seems like Toad, like from the game, so makes sense. But anyway, any other closing thoughts on the trailer or the movie news or any of the news for today? Because other than that, that's gonna do it for the news, my friend.
I don't think I have anything else, buddy. I think I am ready to take a little break, Steez, and then we come back and do our second half here.
All right, let's do it then.
All right, guys, we'll be right back after this. I'll put on some music. I'll run some ads. And when we come back, we'll be talking about Werewolf by Night. So don't go anywhere. All right, y'all. We are back here on the Clockwork Cantina. We are going to get into our main topic of the show. which is Werewolf by Night. If you haven't seen it yet, we're gonna talk about it.
Sure.
That's what we're gonna do here now. So you got your warnings, and
Marvel Studios Werewolf by Night, directed by Michael G. Kino. Also did the music, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna be talking about. So just so you know. Although if you're clicking on this, you probably already know what it is. So
It's true.
that's what we're here in the second part of the show. So yeah, let's get into it, Josh.
Let's get into it, bud. Did you like Werewolf by Night?
I absolutely love this. I really liked it. I thought it was awesome. Like it was really really fun. Uh, it was like such a change of like this is a change of like I don't want to say pace, but just such a change of like it's just such a difference from like some other Marvel stuff that we've had and we got going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really liked it. I enjoyed the cast. I enjoyed the characters, just pretty much everything about it. The way it was shot, the music, the fact that it was all in black and white, up until the end, and all of that. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
It was super awesome. Did you like it, Josh?
I absolutely adored it. From the moment that it started, from the moment the Marvel logo changed to black and white, we were rolling. It was just like those old school classic horror movies that that I love so much. I enjoyed it every step of the way. And I almost wish it was in a movie theater that I could have went and seen it, even though it wasn't super long, but I still would have paid money. I would have bought a ticket, man, and went and saw it on the big screen. Like if it was running on the big screen. But man, I enjoyed everything about it. I didn't know what to expect. It blew away any expectations that I had, which I didn't really have any expectations, and maybe that's why it was so good to me. It's like I didn't really know what to expect from it. But anything that I would have thought I've expected from it, I was like, this is awesome. Because you never know what will really be a turd and what won't. This is not a turd. This is a diamond. I have enjoyed it so much. And I had so much fun with it. Like, I'm glad we group watched it and we're in a group and watching it together. Like, and I know I've said that I'm loving this, guys. I'm loving every moment of this. This is so good. So good.
From start to finish, dude. I loved it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, so we got to meet. I loved the cast. Thought the cast was great. I don't really know a lot about any of the characters they were playing. I didn't know anything really about Elsa Bloodstone or Jack or pretty much any character in this thing. I didn't know anything about.
For me, the character I knew the most going into this was Elsa. Elsa Bloodstone was the one that I was like, I know she's in this. I'm excited to see her in this because I love her from other things. So her, I obviously, like I said, I knew, and I was like, all right, we got her in this. I didn't know a whole lot about Jack or the werewolf, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't know Man Thing was gonna be in this, but obviously he is, and was. He shares the name with the dog. Nice.
Yeah, Jack Russell Terriers.
Jack Russell.
I used to have Jack Russells, man. I did. Growing up, we had them.
Yeah, but I enjoyed pretty. I don't really have any like. I'm like trying to think of any negatives. I don't know, dude.
I don't
really
have
liked
any.
it.
I don't have any.
I really like this, dude. I really really liked it. It was like one of those things where it's like, all right, it's a special presentation, so it's only gonna be a one and done. And like it's only 54 minutes, something like that. And I was like, man, I wanted more, dude. I was like, this is so good.
I
Like
do. I want more. I
I
want those
can't wait to see
characters
these
back.
characters show up again and other things because this was awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like going into like the setup of, oh, here's everybody here, and we're all here because Elsa's dad died, and who's gonna get the bloodstone. You're all gonna be able to fight over it.
Turned himself into a fucking mannequin, fucking
Yeah,
undead, fucking
and he
not
was
undead, but like fucking audio recorded and moving around, and the mouth was. It made me think. It just made me think of those old
and
school
he was
fucking
like
mannequin things.
he was mouthing off like jokes and shit,
Yeah.
like, I'll be rotting for you, and that kind of shit. I was like, wow, this is, and I just love the way that like it feels like old school like horror
hmm
stuff, you know. Uh yeah, it's basically a battle royale. Exactly. That's what I was saying. This is this is exactly what that is. I mean, it was awesome though. Like I like seeing the big Scottish dude, and then like Elsa fight, and then like the I forget the Asian dude's name, but he had like the little crossbow on his hand arm gear thing, and like they were all interesting characters. I'm like, oh, look at all these guys, man. They were all like, I wonder who like where they came from, and like what they were doing before this, and it was just this is really interesting, like seeing all that like backstory and getting a little bit of the history and stuff, and yeah, it was just awesome, man. And I really liked the, like I said, the casting. Garcia Bernal was great as Jack. Um, I really liked I believe Laura Laura Donnelly, I think, was Elsa.
hmm
Uh yeah, Laura Donnelly was Elsa Bloodstone. She killed it as well. Um and I'm just now finding out that Carrie Jones played Man Thing. Carrie Jones, uh not many people may know who he is, but Carrie Jones was also Chrysanthemum in the Book of Boba Fett. So he's now has Chrysanthemum and Man Thing under his belt. So very nice, sir. Uh and yeah, I love the way that they made the werewolf look. Like, cause that was one of the
hmm
things that I was wondering, like, this entire time we were watching. I was like, how are they gonna make him look? Like, is it gonna be like CG? Is it gonna be like what is it gonna be? And I think the way they did it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then also yes, Maj, and they made Jack Hispanic, bro. He was saying shit in Spanish. I was like, because Gael Bernal Garcia, or yeah, Gael Garcia Bernal is a Mexican actor. So the fact that they made him, you know, a Hispanic character was pretty cool, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Awesome. Uh yeah, that was pretty cool. But no, I like the way everything looked, even like the way Man Thing looked, like CG wise was and all that was cool. And just I love how whenever they would show the bloodstone, everything else was like in black and white, and you see the piercing red bloodstone color just, outshine everything else. It was I don't know. I literally have like nothing bad to say about this. This
I
was
don't either. I'm sitting here
this was
like, do I have any
fantastic, dude.
negatives? Do I have anything bad to say? And I don't. Like, I really don't. The only bad thing I have to say is I wish it was longer, and that's not even a bad thing to say. I just wanted more of it,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
um,
I the pacing I thought was good too, and
mhm.
I just I'm trying to think of like I don't really have any bad things to say about this. It was awesome, man. I love how like, at the end they switched it from black and white to color, and we got to watch. We got to look at some of the drip. I know. When we were watching it, Josh was like, "Yo, I wish I could see Jack's suit or whatever because you could tell he had some drip on, but it was all in black and white." I'm like, "Yo, we need to
Mhm.
see this color, man!" Like, and I really like the friendship and relationship that Ted and Jack have.
Mhm.
Like they've been homies for a really long time, and you can, even though we haven't seen that, you can tell that they are. Um, and just the back and forth that they had, and all that, and yeah, that was just really cool. Um, And then what's her name? The Verusa, I imagine she is either the she was the old lady. She was the wife of Elsa's dad, right? Of Ulysses,
Ulysses, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think.
she was like Elsa's stepmom, I think, right?
Yeah, like the stepmom or something like that. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. I was like, she's yeah. Even her as like an antagonist character, I thought was, like it reminded me of like old school, like, horror movie, like or just like old school movie, like, old a villain, like it was
Mhm.
yeah, Elise's Bloodstone I know is an old character as well. So they're like monster hunters basically, right? Like vampire hunters, monster hunter, that kind of shit is what the Bloodstone, like Ulysses and Elsa is what they are. Um So yeah, that's why I was really excited to see Elsa because Elsa's a badass character, man. Like I look forward to seeing like her future in the MCU, because we got to see her. Which, by the way, holy shit, the fights were fucking awesome in this, dude.
Mhm.
Watching
She
Elsa,
pulls out
like,
she pulls out some Black Widow moves, dude. For sure.
bro. Oh my god, I love like for a Marvel thing, this was bloody as shit, dude. I
All over
fucking
the camera
loved it.
lens. With the camera
Yeah.
lens too, like that when that was happening and we were getting the door was closing and it's the werewolf just whooping ass on those dudes, and there's just blood going all over the screen, all over the face, all over the camera lens. I was like, fuck yeah, this is great. I loved it. Ugh. It was so good. I want to know more about the Bloodstone. I want to know more about this stuff now, and like it makes me want to read like the comic and then look into that stuff a little bit more that I didn't know
Yeah,
before.
absolutely. And then also, Majin sent me a cool little Easter egg that they had in it. I'm gonna send it to you, Josh. So if you want to throw it up on the stream real quick,
Yeah, hit me.
it was a. It is. I'm trying to find it real quick. Fuck, where is it? But it's an Easter egg that they had of Gore the God Butcher, like on one of the walls or something, from like the comics. So it wasn't
Hmm.
like Gore from like Thor Ragnar or Thor Love and Thunder. It looked like it was like the comic version. Oh, okay. It was on Instagram. All right, cool. I was trying to remember where it was. I was looking at Discord, like, where the hell did he send this to me? I will show you momentarily, Josh,
I got
because
you.
it was pretty dope. Here it is. I'm gonna link it to you, and then you can throw it up. I was like, huh, that's pretty cool. That's the type of shit that I missed that, like, on a rewatch, I would love to kind of like keep an eye out for, It's like all
Hmm.
the little shit like that you just, you're focused on paying attention to the story and the characters and everything that you completely miss out on. Like anything. I mean, anytime you watch anything for the first time, you're gonna miss out on shit. So,
That's pretty cool.
but look at that. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome.
I remember seeing this. I remember seeing it, but my brain was like, I didn't realize that because I had never seen like the comic.
That
Hey, look at that.
was
That's cool.
that was dope. Yeah, that was really dope to see. Um, so yeah, stuff like that is really cool too that they've done. And man, Michael Giacchino is a talented motherfucker.
He is.
That dude not only composes amazing music for movies, whatnot, but this man directs now. Like, what does he not do?
I
Like, how do you
was
have how do you have how do you have the
I
time to do
was
all this, man?
I was watching MCU Crew, and I think Jesse Cox was like, "Give him Blade. Let him direct Blade."
Bro, honestly, after this, fucking let him do it. Hell yeah, dude.
That would actually be dope.
I mean, they're looking for a director, bro. Michael Giacchino. I mean, he's a busy guy, I'm sure, but I mean, he had time to
Yeah.
do this, man. Like, man, yeah, he. I was very impressed with this, man.
Hmm.
Because like, obviously, if they let him do this, then he would, obviously he did something right. But
Uh huh.
man, what a I just I keep saying this, but I have no complaints about that. I have nothing bad to say about it. It was like just everything. Everything about it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I
All I've
haven't
seen's
seen it
positive
again. I've
things,
only yeah, I've
except
only
for
seen it
like
the one time.
Phenom, and
I will
Phenom is German
say
to be fair, so he gives everything a hard time. uh, what were you gonna say?
no, another thing I was gonna say is I haven't really seen a whole lot of people like reacting to this, which is kind of surprising considering it's a Marvel thing. Um, I've seen like a couple people, react to it, but I'm like, man, this is so good. More people need to watch this. This is
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, well, yeah, I just thoroughly, very much, even the fucking intro, dude. When they like bring out the Marvel intro, and it's like in black and white, and then they like remix the main Marvel theme. Like from that moment, like from that, I was fully I was set, dude. I was like, I was so ready for this, man. And I'm so very glad that this turned out the way that it did because I loved it. I just enjoyed it. I mean, I don't have much to say. Like, if you haven't seen this, check it out. It's not just because it's Marvel, but because it's actually very good. Like it it goes back to, we were talking a little bit about like classic horror stuff. With the Wolfman and Black and White and a little bit of some Frankenstein vibes and some other shit in there. Like it's just it's just a fun time, man. It's if you have an hour to spare for this, honestly, do it. It's I have nothing but good things to say about it. I have no bad things. I'm trying to Before we started the conversation here, I was trying to think of bad things or anything that I maybe did not like as much, and I can't think of any. Granted, I've only seen it one time, and I really loved it. But yeah, I don't know. I just loved it. I have nothing bad to say about it. Everything's fantastic, and I ended up loving it more than I thought I would. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, man. I am the same. Like, I can't think of anything bad to say about it, which is going to make for a very short second half because it's like, yeah, just I just praise it. I just want you to go see it, go check it out. I loved all the things. I love that the werewolf is mostly practical and that he's a fucking badass and goes around and just kills the shit out of people. Elsa Bloodstone wastes no time disposing of people. She does badass flashy moves, but when it comes time to kill the bad guys, the first thing she does is knock the one homie's face down and just fucking cuts his throat, like no problem, and moves on to the next one. I was like, God damn, she's so efficient. And that's like the thing, is like she was super efficient in her combat.
Yeah. I am, like I said, I'm very excited to see the future of these characters in the MCU. I want them back. I'm hyped for like the darker side of the Marvel universe, man. We got this, we got Blade, we got Deadpool, like all this shit that's gonna be coming out in the next few years. I'm ready, man. I'm so ready.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait, dude. Ah, hopefully eventually maybe we get the Midnight Suns and like just stuff like that. That'll be just badass and awesome to that I can't wait for. Like stuff that we've been waiting for like, for years. But obviously when you're building out the MCU, you got to start with like Iron Man and Captain America and the Avengers and some of the more lighthearted, fun superhero stuff. But now that we're into it, man, we're getting into some of the deeper shit that I'm excited for. Like I like fucking like even when Moon Knight when that was announced, I was fucking excited because I love Moon Knight, and I'm excited to see more of that and more of these. I just What a time to be alive, man, where we're getting all this. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then like now we got like Daredevil coming back and all this. hopefully with that, like I would love to see like Shang-Chi and Iron Fist and the Heroes for Hire and all like the street level heroes come back, that would be man, I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, a little bit more of the other hunters would have been cool, I suppose, but I think they served their purpose,
Yeah.
what they were meant to do. But no, what's funny also, I thought that the dudes, the guards that they were fighting, the dudes in all
Mm-hmm.
black or whatever. When I saw the trailer, I was like, are those they look like to me like they were like TVA dudes from like Loki or whatever.
Yeah, they
But
do look
I
like that.
I was like, huh, they look really similar. But I mean, I guess obviously, uh yeah, anyway, no, I just yeah, I really, 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 really strongly recommend this. I hope anybody who's watching or listening to this has already seen it. But if you haven't, if you're maybe looking to be convinced to watch it or whatever, then uh watch it. This is us telling you to watch it because it's
Yeah.
fantastic. Not only because not only because it's an MCU thing, because it's really, really good, really, really well done, really well made. It has a really awesome cast and a bunch of characters and yeah, I'm excited for the future of where they where they take these characters to. That's why every time somebody always brings up like the MCU's in decline and the MCU hasn't been exciting since fucking Endgame. I'm like, are you out of your mind? Like, I don't get that take, man. Like maybe to some people I could see them not being as invested or whatever, and that's fine. But like saying uh shit like that, I just don't understand. I don't get the whole like the MCU isn't good anymore thing. Like they're this phase I will say has not been like it's had a little bit more of like ups and downs, I would say, but I'm still enjoying it. Like I've still been really enjoying it. Like a lot of the things that have been coming out, I think have been for the most part pretty good. Some things are better than others, but nah, man. And then you have stuff like this, like Werewolf by Night, that kind of refreshes you and brings something different. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I really like about this phase is that a lot of stuff they've put out has been like so different. Like you have WandaVision, which is like a sitcom, uh, you know, period thing, and then you got like the spy thriller with Falcon Winter Soldier, and now you got this being the horror thing, and like that I enjoy that, like it's how we're getting like they're trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't, and at least they're trying, and not everything may hit as well as other things, but for this one, Werewolf by Night, I think they really, really, really succeeded and did a fantastic job. So I want to see more stuff like this. I think uh when done like this, horror works very well with um any like property. Like if like I hope that the success of this lets Disney be like, hey, Lucasfilm, you guys want to do some Star Wars horror related?
Right?
And that I would love that. So anyway, I love this. I can't express enough how much I love this. So I don't know how much more you want to say on it, Josh. I
No,
really
bro,
fucking enjoyed
I
it.
echo like everything you say. Like when you talk about it and all the things you love about it, it's my same voice coming out your mouth. Like I'm saying, like we're on the same wave here. It's like I don't have to say it. Daniel's already said it, my guys. I love it. If you haven't seen it and you're watching this for some fucking reason, for Christ's sake, go see it. Go watch it again if you've seen it already, because give it another view. I loved it so much and I had so much fun with it. Like we were originally gonna do a D&D show today, but we were like, no, let's do Werewolf by Night instead, so we can just talk about how much we fucking love it.
Yeah, honestly,
because
like
it really was like so much fun to watch.
definitely worth talking about, and I know we didn't talk about a whole lot. We kind of just basically just gushed over it and how much we enjoyed it. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, like I just I, go watch it. Like
Mm.
it's so refreshing and fun, and I I I, I don't know, man. I hope Marvel like continues to do more stuff like this, and again, I'm now excited to see these characters return in something else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I hope we get to see them come back and yeah, I mean, I loved it. I know I've said that a lot, but I really did. I really did. And I wasn't sure that I would like I figured I would like it, but I wasn't sure how much. But I really like it. I was listening to the soundtrack on Spotify the other day because I'm like, this is awesome, dude. Michael Giacchino, like, just he always knocks it out the park, man. Like he's always so good with that too, man. So yeah, yeah. At this point, I don't know what else to say other than the shit I just been just repeating myself like I
No,
have been.
it's
So
fine. We'll just go ahead and finish it there, guys. You can see when we love something, we really truly love it and want to share with you and want you to check it out. So
for real,
all we did was
straight up.
share all the love of it that we got. So that's gonna do it for the show. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it over to DT so he can say his goodbyes and do his shout outs, his plans for the upcoming week. DT, you're up.
Thanks for watching or listening, or however you know, indulge this on this episode of the Clockwork Cantina. Thank you. And this is a fun one. Like Josh said, we were originally gonna talk about something else, but then we're like, you know what? Werewolf by Night deserves its own episode because it was that good, and that's why we did this. Because like, even though we didn't talk about a whole lot, it's so good that like for me, I feel like any awareness, or I mean, not like, it's a Marvel thing, not like it needs awareness, but like we're just trying to spread the word of like this is awesome. Go watch it, and then let us know what you think about it because it was fucking rad. And yeah, I just whenever we can do stuff like that, I will be all for it. Especially when we're both in agreement of something like that we like. But yeah, that'll do it for today. We'll be back next week. I think next week we have the finale of She-Hulk and also the Rings of Power, or no? I don't know. How many episodes does that have? I'm not
I think
sure.
we got 2 more episodes of Rings of Power, right?
I don't know.
I
Anyway,
have to look.
either way, She-Hulk for sure next week is what we're gonna be talking about. So get ready for that. We got 2 Marvel shows in a row with this week and next week. And then yeah, we'll see what comes after that. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out, for watching, listening, all that good stuff. Bye-bye. Peace out.
Right. DT is right. We only have 1 more episode of Rings of Power. By the way, I looked it up right as we were here. Well, I was like, wait, is there 2 more or 1 more? It's 1 more, which airs on the 14th. So we'll be talking about that as well, I guess. Thank you everybody for checking out the show. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to follow all the things on the sidebars there. If you're into dice or like dice or like art or any of that kind of stuff, check out my Etsy shop, my Instagram, my TikTok. All of them are 902 Dice Creations. Check all that stuff out. I haven't made anything in the last few days because we've been moving stuff around, getting a different workshop kind of put together. Other than that, we'll see you next time, guys, on the next show. Take it easy.